Hello, people of the internet. It's your boy, Skinny Penis, with a video from Mir Korabley, Lesta Studios. Imagine that. The Tiangong. Malta already made a video. Malta and I found a dealer, so we could buy this boat. It's gonna be released as a tech tree in about 6 months, in June, or it's now 4 or 5 months, whatever. June patch apparently. But yeah, great boat. Fun as fuck, simple as fuck design, but fun, insanely fun to play. So yeah, can go over Mir Korabley a bit. It's the first video I make here. There's other ships too that I probably make videos on. So yeah, what is a boat? A boat is a simplistic design, 2 turrets in the front. It's Stalin guns. Stalin guns with like battlecruiser dispersion. I don't know the specifics. Dispersion is a bit worse than Stalin, it seems. A bit less reliable, but still battlecruiser with decent sigma. Like, you're fairly accurate. The penetration, the improved pen angles, the fuse, everything seems to be exactly copy-paste Stalin. The only thing that's a bit off-putting is the air drag is a bit higher, it seems. Like, at long ranges you have a bit of a fall off. Could only be a feeling, but it's not too noticeable, but it feels like it's a bit different. But yeah, great design. Also, in the description of the video, I'll link the recruitment link for myself. The Superstar 2025 code you have to use within 7 days of signing up. It's super easy and simple to just create an account. It doesn't matter if you take, by the way, Russian Federation or Belarus as a residency. And then you can just use the code. And I think code and recruitment link, you get a lot of shit. You get like tons of blue boosters. You get around like 50-60 million credits from the code. You get around 600-700,000 free XP from the code. You get an exclusive tier 9 premium, which is only available for now for recruits. If you recruit someone and you win 30 games with him, you get an exclusive tier 10 Spanish ship, a Lepanto clone with faster reload, HEAP, and a burst. So basically like a better Victoria on tier 10. If you want to compare to anything in regards to wargaming. So yeah, but that is definitely Mir Korabley, Lesta, and yeah, well, the game itself, I came because I thought I just want to play some funny boats. Basically we're playing with some Russians in rain now, so Fazy helped me set up all of this stuff. He also told me about the code. Yeah, and also if you sign up with the code and recruitment link, you also take part in this year's event they have on Lesta, which is doubloons for every day of playing. You can start in February now. First month is 50 dupes per day, second month 100, then 150. It goes up every month. So in December, if you start now in February, you would get 550 dupes. The thing is, it's not a streak. You don't have to play every day. You only have to play 1 battle per day, by the way, to get the rewards. You don't have to play every day. You just have to play every month to keep the streak going with the doubloon increase. If you play every month in November, you can get 500 dupes per day. In December, 550. So if you want to at least secure that for yourself, yeah. There's going to be more content on Lesta than EU anyways. There's going to be better content. And also, yeah, that's the thing. I thought it's just about like some funny boats I wanted to play here. So I also diffed up with Flamu then. But the more you play the game, the more you realize the aim isn't bugged. Some maps are already reworked. Others are going to be reworked this year. There's already a new map. There's going to be a second new map in the next month. It's just amazing. Like, the game is functioning properly. It loads faster, the UI is smoother, everything is basically flawless. Reasoning obviously being that the World of Warships dev, the original ones, are a St. Petersburg office and they sticked with Lesta, while the World of Tanks ones apparently came over. So obviously like, EU portion of the game just doesn't have developers. So therefore, and also like the developers they, I guess, hired or had left, they are obviously busy shitting out dog shit copies of premiums, gimmicking new boats, up-tiering existing boats and giving them tons of gimmicks, stuff like that. But we don't really get actual core gameplay content, which this developer here actually does. The monetization is also less on the server. Generally, because of regional pricing, you pay less on the server, way less on the server. It's like 30-40% cheaper than EU. So therefore, also, like, if you want to spend, it's just cheaper. But then again, you also get the code and the doubloons every day, so like you don't really have to spend. You can actually have a decent free-to-play experience here, at least for the 2-3 lines that are new. They have only 2 surface ship lines that are new. They have the Lynch line, the gunboats, the US gunboats, and they have the Lazarev, the Russian battle cruisers. Both are weirdly enough extremely well balanced. This line here is extremely well balanced, and then next week we get the German lights. They also seem they seem a bit like meh, but I will play them, and they also seem quite balanced. I mean, they don't get smoke, for example. So yeah, that's the main thing. You play the game itself functions better, and the more you play high tier, the more you realize how toxic the wargaming designs actually have been. They on paper look not as weird as the Lesta designs, but if you play, or like over the years, they actually became more toxic. First of all, on EU you have tons of airstrike spammers, which are missing kind of here. On EU you have tons of smoke cruisers these days, which are missing kind of here. On this server you can still shotgun, but in return the splash damage of the airstrikes is not halved like on EU, so you basically have a way easier time hitting the ASW drops, and you fist the submarines with them. On top of that, the submarines don't have increased maneuverability, so it's way easier to hit them while the splash damage. So like the submarines are just easier to kill. We haven't been shotgunned a lot at all. You get like one shotgun in 30-40 games mostly, and also the submarines take more damage if they surface. For example, secondaries also insta-target them. To be honest, both submarine designs on Wargaming and Lesta are dogshit, but the Lesta one is way easier to play against and way more relaxing to play against. I'd rather be one-shot 1 out of 30 games than being pinged every second game for minutes on end. The pinging and the fidget spinning on EU is just disgusting. It's annoying, it's cancer, you can't hit the sub because they have maneuverability of a fucking, I don't know, god, like just turning on a dime. But yeah, definitely that one is better here. The new carriers they released are also not as obnoxiously crazy as the EU ones, by the way. Like Essex is way worse than something like Taiho. Taiho doesn't even have good armaments against heavy ships like battleships and cruisers. Taiho is basically designed to make you stuck on islands with mines or some shit, or stop a push with mines and then the rockets to fist DDs. But that's like the only thing. You would think about like Malta or Essex on EU. I think they also have Malta on Lesta. But generally, like Malta is spammed on you. They have armaments against every type, and also specifically like battleships and cruisers suffer a lot to the torpedoes. They're easy to aim, high alpha, unable to shoot down. AA and secondary mounts are invincible here. They just get disabled. Every R key you get them back online, so obviously the entire team has way more AA over the course of a game. Which is better. Shooting your gun doesn't increase your AA range, which limits the spotting at least a bit on the carriers. Well, I mean, there's a lot more, honestly. Like, the more you think about it, the better it becomes. Aim bugs obviously being a major thing, like playing cruisers and BBs here, or even DDs. It's just way more flawless. Like, you just aim waterline whenever you want. The aim is so crisp, it's on target, and then like the company from Detroit, Wargaming, tells you that they can't recreate the dogshit bug just to like hide behind them and like basically acting like it doesn't exist while every player basically says it does exist. In any case, also like that's the main thing. Like, okay, sure, yeah, like you have less obnoxious gunboats. Like Lynch is, yeah, it's a bit annoying at range, but it gets way less fire chance. Then it only gets 5% fire chance. Like, Lynch is actually quite balanced, easy to hit, has a hard time being close, it can't lob islands. On EU you get shit like Hull, basically unkillable piece of shit. You can take like 40-45k damage. You have a speed boost, you have fucking Des Moines, so like Des Moines guns, so you fist cruisers, you shit on DDs, you shit on battleships, you fuck broadsides. If they angle, you just load Des Moines HE. Demented, just demented. Like, Lynch is unironically way better balanced. And also, like the battleships, that's the main thing. Like on EU, you get just such broken BBs. Wisconsin is disgustingly overpowered. Colombo Ledge mod and the Colombo buffs and now Ledge mod is completely demented. It doesn't matter where you want to push and if you can angle to it, because you can't angle to it. The Sep just always deals damage. And then the Liptard. Like Colombo not having Sid, Wisconsin not having Sid, Liptard not having a Sid, Liptard being able to 1-for-1 every single ship in the game, basically. So you can like not play at all as a fucking Northern Cruiser or even BB, because like Liptard just 1-for-1s you if it goes into you full HP or decently healthy. cannot even punish gamer turns with these boats. And then you go here and you have Lazarev. Lazarev is a 406 millimeter BB. It doesn't even get 30 overmatch. It has a citadel, so if you gamer turn, you get fisted even at longer ranges. If you gamer turn close range, you're basically a one-shot. You only have 4 heals, normal heals. You have a cool little speed boost here and there, but that's about it for the gimmicks. The dispersion is decently troll on it. It's not pinpoint accurate at all. You get like tons of volleys that are just into the dirt. The gimmick of it's like decently fast. It has 12/7 conceal with conceal build, so it can push fast with the speed boost here and there. It has the 360 turrets to the front, and you have very high pen for 406, so you smash battleship broadsides. And you can get the occasional one shot on a cruiser here and there, but it's not like a Wisconsin that's pinpoint accurate. Like really good design, and also like trade-offs here. The turret traverse on this car here, Tiangong and Lazarev, is 42 seconds base. The turrets don't turn instant. This car here, maybe should get a bit into it. Starling guns, as I said in the beginning, it has a large citadel, exposed one on the side, not well armored. It has like okayish dispersion. It's pretty good dispersion for the guns, but it gets Starling guns, therefore it doesn't have any sort of overmatch apart from the super lights here overmatch. Yeah, it has an improved super heal. That's about the gimmick. The ship only does 30 knots base. The ship has an insanely long rudder, like 20 seconds, so like the maneuverability on it is super shit. It has 32 armor all over. It gets an icebreaker in the front. I think this tip of the nose is still overmatchable. So you can see here, like the Satsuma fists me. He can just click my entire ship. So like cruises pen me, 32 armor. Lazarev also has 38 deck only. That for the, like, Colombo has 50 deck, 70 side. Libertard gets 51 for no reason. So like the cruises can't even HE pen it really. This one here, fully HE penable. The Lazarev also, a lot of cruises can still HE pen the deck. And yeah, the maneuverability on it is just dog shit. The Citadel is massive, so like you eat massive. If you turn flat, you're basically just a one-shot too, or close range. People can just easily drive by you. You have a massive sit. But the super heal is improved. It heals more sit damage and it heals more pen damage. So like if you manage to survive, you can obviously heal a lot. You get a lot of value out of your 4 super heals. Once again, only 4 heals. Lazarev, only 4 heals. Like, yeah. Battleships are balanced. Obviously, if people go flat like in this game, you can smash close range like crazy. And the super heal keeps you alive. As you could see here, like at Citadels. He dogged, I think the back turret didn't have the angle, and the front turrets, he didn't really smash me. But normally I should have been dead here to his shot if he aims it properly. But yeah, I don't die here. I barely stay alive because the carrier is shit. Like everyone just parks me flat. Close range, so obviously I get enough penetration to, or I have enough penetration with Starling guns even to citadel them. I'm just walking through and getting a massive fucking volleys every whatever the fuck seconds. I have obviously the heal skill as the first 4-pointer, and then I went Furious instant. So I have more reload, because fire damage doesn't really, you don't really care that much about the fire damage, so you want a bit of reload. The Furious skill isn't buffed though on the server, neither is the improved repair party readiness skill, but I would go concealment next, so I get 10-8 conceal. That's like the trait of the ship, right? It's super slow and sluggish, but it gets really good conceal, but no overmatch, so like therefore the concealment is actually not that big of an issue, because you're not fast, like every cruise is faster than you basically. And yeah, like 10-8 conceal, it sounds nuts, but well, I mean, Incomparable has 10-5 or so, 10-6, 10-8, what something, and it gets like 35 overmatch. So like, I don't know. Outspotting a cruiser and overmatching it is stupid, but like I have on par concealment with a lot of cruisers, outspot some, but I don't get to overmatch click them. So, and I'm slower than them. So, wow, wild. Also, like, such a simple design. You don't get 15 kilometer secondaries with F key. You don't get wildly crazy maneuverability. You don't get SAP. You don't get wild consumables like the Wisconsin F key with weird gimmicks or planes or anything. No, it's just literally you have a heal, you have a DCP, and you're going nose in. It's such a simple design, but it's so fun to play. And obviously in randoms it works wonders, because people in randoms turn flat or angle up too much and getting fisted. But like if you have players with hands against you, the ship suffers a lot. Like cruises can just farm you and angle to you. Wild concept, by the way, to be able to angle to Lazarev and this thing and bounce most of their shells for the entire game. Also, like, Lazarev doesn't have good dispersion, so you can't punch the superstructure for 15-20k like with Wisconsin all the time. But yeah, super fun, honestly. Also, like, real interesting feeling to play more balanced boats than what you shits out. Like, I mean, 213k average on a Colombo Neo, like on an all-panning sap car that only does alpha damage. Like, is that really needed? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But hey, I've said that for weeks, months, years now, that the battleship balancing on EU is just problematic because they balance BBs around 38%ers. But even if you make the BBs more broken, the 38% is still gonna only get like 30k average. So what the fuck does it matter? It's just more toxic for people with half hands because like I can't play half the ships on EU server on tier 10 into a Colombo because a Colombo just fucks me over. Like it's a disaster. But yeah, whatever. As I said, link it in the info box. Lots of people are switching at the moment just because the goodies you can get on the server are just so widely free. Like so many goodies for free. Like switching is so easy. Also gonna put in the localization link, where you, like it's very easy to get the game on English. It's like 1 to 2 minute effort. It's super easy. Just unzip a folder, another folder of the game after you downloaded it, and it's in English. So yeah, people, I don't know, you can just switch, and it's an effort of like downloading the game, making an account, and like in about a few hours after a few hours download time, you're already ready to go in. There's not a lot you have to think about, and the game is just flawless. I already played Des Moines now. The aiming is so crisp. Like Des Moines is notorious because you sit on a lot of islands and you shoot over a lot of islands. It's notorious to just have 2 volleys or sometimes 3 volleys land short. Even though you aim like upper belt or waterline, you just want the damage, you want the sets. On this server, everything is so crisp. Every volley lands where you're aiming, and also like the dispersion on the server is generally a bit worse, which makes for example, DD fights to last longer. So like there's more trading, more back and forth gameplay. Though dispersion is still good enough to one-shot mistakes. So therefore, everything is fine. Everything is basically just better. Even the submarines that they can shotgun you it's better than what we have on EU. It's still shit, but it's better than what we have on EU. But yeah, 339k damage, 25 citadels. I mean, I just walked on the enemy and everyone was flat, so like massive, massive fucking damage, insane. Funny game. Sadly, no Kraken, couldn't one-shot the Yinan in the end. That would have been obviously the perfect thing. 350k if Kraken would have been nice, but whatever. It's the best game I had on the server. First 3k base game I ever had. They reduced the entire base XP income, so 3k is basically what 4k is on EU, or around that mark, unless you play DD. Obviously EU DD XP also nerfed. The XP income is also better here. Like you get a lot more for spotting and capping on DDs. You can basically get the same amount of XP in a DD with spotting and capping and trading enemy DDs exclusively than other DD that only farms battleships or cruisers. You can get same amount, if not better. I found that to be very nice. The grinds are obviously a bit slower. So like the beginning with the code, you will be able to get 2 or 3 tier 10s very fast, but then afterwards it's going to be a lot harder of a grind. So like it feels, the gameplay, the mechanics, the how the game feels, it's like 2017, 2018 World of Warships. The base XP, grinding, everything feels like old World of Warships a bit more. So yeah, a lot of improvements, Obviously you can tank a lot of damage, like only 76k health. Yeah, you also get very little health on Lazarev in this thing. So like you can get bursted down very easy if you misplay, and you can get one shot if you turn flat. So like there's an actual drawback, and you have to pre-turn your turrets because the turret reverse on both cars isn't very fast. Like, yeah, you can heal up a lot. That's very nice. Also, the improved set healing is nice. Obviously, against CVs, for example, you can heal more of their damage. If you eat torps, you can heal more unless you get one shot by them. Yeah, amazing. And I have the bonus package on this thing, so I actually get a lot of credits with the blue booster and the bonus package. Lots of credits, so that's very nice to play for me. Yeah, I came because I thought this server would be a shit show and it's just funny to play, and I stuck around because it's actually just better, like better. And that's not even copium, because like as I said originally, I didn't seek any sort of crazy improvements here. I didn't think there were, but it started with the small things, and slowly but surely after 150 tier 10 games, you realize that the games themselves are unironically less toxic to play. Also, there's less sea creatures, way less, especially if you play in the afternoon, evening, where they also leave on EU. This server here plays a lot more aggressive and towards the center of the map. Way less camping, way less kiting, a lot more gameplay in the middle. We were very surprised to see that, and it hold up for 2 days now already, or 3 days. So I'm very excited to keep playing the server. As said, like, you wouldn't even have to spend money. Technically, there is ways to do so. It's cheaper than on EU, and it gives you a little boost. Also, do not make the mistake, like, just because you're playing Lesta now doesn't mean like, you already supported Russia, if that's your concern beforehand. Like, the owner or the owners of the company split off Wargaming on purpose so they can receive payments in the Western world and inside the SWIFT system. Therefore, and also like Russian content creators or even like employees basically already confirmed it. There's videos out there or Twitch clips out there that I saw where they explain it and say, yeah, the money from Wargaming is just funneled over offshore shenanigans back to the same owners in Russia. Therefore, if you're a man of principle, you wouldn't play both games. You wouldn't play either at all. Otherwise, it's a bit, let's say, weird to say that you're now supporting Russia because you already did it before. Therefore, that argument doesn't really hold true. This is not how the global financial system works. This is not how globalization in general works. Therefore, having moral speeches about that is a bit meh. That's about it. Anyways, see you in the next video covering the next chips, and hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon.